Thank you guys so much for joining me to explore another of our online resources. So for those of you who may not know me, my name is Miss Brittany and I do children's story times and other children's programs at the Columbus Public Library. I'm also the Children's Services Coordinator for our system. So I'm glad you guys have tuned back in, and today we are going to be exploring the online resource ERead Kids. And so this is going to be a very basic overview, but hopefully it'll give you the information you need to get started. And so I'm really excited to show this resource to you, and all that you need to log in and use it is your library card and PIN number. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to take a look at ERead Kids, but before we do that, well, the first thing that you're going to want to do is get to the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries website. And so you can do that by Googling Chattahoochee Valley Libraries, or you can go to cvlga.org, and it should bring you right there. You can get to ERead Kids a couple of ways. Under Download It, it's under Audiobooks, and it's also under eBooks. You can also come under the Kids tab, and it's there. So there are a couple of different ways to get to the ERead Kids. But you'll just select one of those links. And so now this is the ERead Kids landing page, and it just has some helpful information. It shows that there are about 15,000 ebooks and e-audiobooks for kids from pre-K up through 4th grade, and it's all free with your library card. There's also a wide variety of books on there, so there's a mix of fiction, nonfiction, award winners, bestsellers, and classics. So there's really something for everybody, so you should be able to find something to read. So we'll just go ahead and select Go to ERead Kids. Alright, so this is the ERead Kids landing page. And I'm going to point out a couple of different things to you. So you can see there are lists. There's a featured list here. There's also kids fiction and kids nonfiction. You can also find these lists up here under the navigation menu, and they're just under featured lists. There is also the option to display titles by availability. So you'll see here a lot of these say place hold, so they're titles that aren't immediately available. So you can select instead and go to available now, and it will pull up titles that are available for checkout. You can also select and limit by the format, so if you're looking for an ebook versus an audiobook, you can do that as well. And there's also an advanced search option, so if you're looking for a specific title, you can do that here. And then they also have a browse by subject option over here. So we'll just go ahead and click on that. And it just lists out different subjects that you can explore the titles under. So if there's a specific topic you're looking to cover or discuss, you can just come over here and flip through these subjects and see what might be available. So before we check out a book, you can either go ahead and log in, or you can come here and select checkout. There's a title that you're interested in checking out, and it will bring up a screen where you can enter in your library card information and your PIN, and then you'll log in immediately that way. But if you want to continue browsing but just want to go ahead and be logged in so you don't have to do that, you can go ahead and get logged in here. And so it's just going to have you enter your library card number and then your PIN number, which is usually the last 4 digits of your phone number. You can also select this Remember Me, so if it's on your personal computer or personal device, that way you won't have to log in each time. So I went ahead and entered in my information and got logged in. So now you can see over here it displays any items that I have checked out. Up here you can actually come in and view your settings, so you can set up security, passwords, things like that. It'll also show you your checkout limits, so how many items you have out and how many checkouts you have remaining. So I have 4 because I have 1 item out now. And I also have 10 of 10 holds left. So you can come under here and just kind of, look at those settings and see what's available. So now what we'll do is we will go back to over here, My Library, and look for a potential title to check out. So right now it's still showing available now, so we'll just go ahead and switch that back to all. So this will show everything. So then under featured, these are all of the titles that it's possible to borrow at some point in time, whether or not they're available currently or will be in the future. So when you click on a title, you'll see some information. So you'll see the option to place a hold, and if it's available for checkout, it'll show as checkout, and I'll show you that as well. You can add it to a wish list. It's also going to give a synopsis, so a basic overview of the title, the formats that it's available in, the number of copies that are available, and the number of copies overall, and the number of people that already have placed a hold on it. So this is the number of people that are waiting. It also is going to have other recommended titles, and so especially if the title that you're looking at isn't available, this would be a good resource to potentially look at some other options. And then down at the bottom it has the specific details of the title. So some of this may not be as useful, like the ISBN publisher, but the age level, grade, that can be really helpful when trying to pick a title to read with your child. Alright, so now we'll go back to My Library, and so it'll bring us back to all of the items. Again, it's going to show what I'm currently reading because I'm logged in. If I weren't, it wouldn't have that there. But now we'll show you how to check out an item. So we'll come back up here and just set it to available now, so items that are currently in. And we'll just pick one. So we'll do the Who Wet My Pants by Bob Shea. And so you'll just do checkout, and since I'm logged in, it automatically checked it out and gives me my due date. And so now I can just click on the title, and I can either download it, I can read now, and it'll pull it up. And sometimes this can take a minute, but then you can scroll through the book and read it just like this, or if it's an audiobook, then you could listen to it. Alright, so here is what the title looks like, and so as you can see, we've got the title page here. You've got a couple of different options up here. Editing, so doing notes, highlights, bookmarks. Over on the other side, you've got menu options, so you've got an offline access, so downloading it, going to a specific page, different things like that, table of contents. So there's some helpful links over here. And then there is also an arrow on the side that will allow you to flip through the pages. Alright, and that arrow is over here, so you can kind of see it. You kind of have to hover over it. So when you click on it, it's going to take you to the next page. And so this is how you will navigate through the book if you don't want to use the options that I showed you earlier to jump to a specific page. Or anything like that, but this is how you would be able to navigate through the book to different pages. As you can see here, here is the title page, and we should get into the actual story here. And if you download it, then you'll have it all available, so you won't have to necessarily wait when it's online like this. Alright, so here you can see now we're getting to the text and the actual story. So this is just one example of how it works to just check out a book and then begin to read it on ERead Kids. Then of course with chapter books, you'll have each of the chapters. With audiobooks, you'll be able to listen to them. But there are a lot of cool titles and a lot of really cool options here. Alright, so now up at the top you can see that I can just click back over on this other tab and it'll take me back to ERead Kids. So I can go back here to My Library, and it'll show me my 2 titles that I have out now. And so that'll also update in my profile and show that I now only have 3 checkouts remaining. And so if I placed a hold, Okay, so if I placed a hold, let's say we'll just do the Frozen. So we'll place hold, and see here it's going to say Frozen 2 movie was placed on hold. So now, and I also previously put The Good Egg on hold, so now in my profile it's going to show that I have 8 remaining of 10 allowed holds. And so also you can come in at any time with your titles that you have and return them. So when you're finished reading them and you want to go ahead and return them so you can check out something else, you can. And you can also come back and with your holds, if you don't want a hold anymore, say you got the book another way, you can just remove the hold. So that is a very basic overview of ERead Kids. So I hope that that was helpful to you and that it'll encourage you to go ahead and get started reading. So I hope that you'll join us again for our next e-resource tutorial for kids. And also tune in for some of our other programs. We have a lot of really cool things going on throughout the week. So please just check our calendar, and we hope to see you soon.
We are springing into summer learning at the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries, and the program you just attended is one of the ways you can earn completions. Just go to cvlga.org and look for Spring into Summer Learning. You can register yourself and your family online, and then start reading and attending our online events. That's all you have to do. We're giving away weekly gift certificates, and every completion you make enters you into a grand prize drawing for tablets, games, gifts, and more. Remember, you have to register to win. cvlga.org, and we'll see you online again real soon.